the highest total of the entire weekend. You've got a pretty healthy team on each side of the ball. No one reported missing that's of importance for the Patriots. Pretty much the same thing goes for the Chiefs, aside from Damian and Darrell Williams. Obviously, those two running backs are going to miss this game, but you've got Shady McCoy and Darwin Thompson set to take on that role. Tyreek Hill is going to play in this game. You know, he's healthy. Who knows if he takes a shot to the clavicle, what could happen? But he's definitely a solid play for me. You've got to plug in Tyreek Hill. There's no hesitance there. Same with Travis Kelce. Other than that, I'm not trusting McCole Hardman. I'm not trusting Sammy Watkins. Those guys don't see enough targets for me. I know they can easily take one pass to the house, but in a pivotal week, you've got the playoffs here. You can't trust that type of target share to those guys. But obviously, Pat Mahomes, no, I'm not going to the waiver wire and picking up someone in hopes that they have a better game than Mahomes. We saw what Deshaun Watson was able to do against the Patriots. Yes, I know Watson was at home, but you know, Mahomes has had 2 down weeks in a row for sure. It's been bad, but you got to trust him. You can't be the fool playing Darnold over Mahomes and you get sniped. So yes, I'm trusting Mahomes. And on the Patriots side of the ball, trusting Tom Brady at this point to put on any sort of stellar performance is rough. But against a vulnerable Chiefs defense, I think you can. Now, would I go to the waiver wire and play some options over him? Maybe, because I think the Patriots are going to try to control the ball through the rushing game. So if you're asking me, you know, Darnold, Brissett, Duck Hodges, names like that, I probably wouldn't go as low as Hodges. But Darnold and Brissett are pretty tempting to me, especially Ryan Tannehill as well, talking about playing over Tom Brady this week. Julian Edelman, obviously you're playing him plug and play for sure. I don't like anyone else pass catching for the Patriots. No, I don't want N'Keal Harry or Philip Dorsett or even Mohamed Sanu. I don't think he's going to have a big game by any means. And Sony Michel, you're playing with fire, hoping he can get to the end zone. Otherwise, he's just going to give you 20 carries for 50 yards and 5 points. So, fantasy-wise, no. I don't love anyone on the New England side of the ball except Julian Edelman. As far as the score goes, I think the Patriots, I don't think they cover. I think it's going to be a 1-point victory at the very end. Whoever is kicking the ball for the New England, which has been an underrated storyline this year, is how hard it's been for the kicking game in New England. They keep cutting a guy after every week. But I do think New England pulls it out at home in Foxborough. Give me the Patriots.
Give me the Chiefs.
Yep.
Oh, never mind, Jay. We both took it. Dillon's a lone wolf.
Wow. I'm a lone wolf with the Ravens and a lone wolf with the Patriots.
I think the Patriots have shown that they're beatable, and this is a high-acting offense that, like you said, it's had a couple of, like, not bad weeks, but down weeks, and it's about time. And I think Andy Reid is due for a game versus New England to come out and light him up. You know, it's just he hasn't had one of those, and I think he's a smart enough coach that eventually he's going to break through the wall there and have a game where his team executes the way that they're supposed to for the game plan he's come up with. I'll take the chance here. I'll flip the coin and put my chips on the Chiefs this week.
Chiefs, I'm taking them because of the fact Brady has obviously shown some aggression. It took him late to try and come back and beat the Texans down a lot. And you've got so many weapons in the Chiefs that can get this going. I mean, just a couple of years ago, we saw the season opener where Alex Smith whooped this Chiefs defense too. So that's why I'm going to leave on taking the Chiefs. And I think Patrick Mahomes has a get-right game of 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Actually, I lied when I said I didn't trust anyone in New England. Give me James White all day long. I will take him in this matchup. I think he's going to be an important piece for the Patriots.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next game, guys.
There you go. Monday night game?
No, we've got 3 more games and then the Monday night game.
Oh, jeez. Fast, church.
Yes, we've got a quarterback out of Sanford and Steelers who's favored by 1.5 going to Arizona taking on the Cardinals. Give me the Steelers. I like Benny Snell. I like James Washington quite a bit. Vance McDonald against this defense is a dart play that you can certainly roll with. Give me those guys on Pittsburgh's side of the ball. On the Arizona side of the ball, I mean, Kyler Murray is tough against this defense, but at this point it's tough to pivot. Kenyon Drake, I do not trust. Same with Larry Fitzgerald, but you can go ahead and play Christian Kirk as your wide receiver too. Dave, I take it you like the Steelers in this matchup?
Yes, sir.
All right. We both like the Steelers. We're taking them. and we're taking the massive points that are about to be scored by all these no-names on Pittsburgh. Moving into this matchup, the Tennessee Titans on the road against the Oakland Raiders. Titans currently favored by 3 on the road, over under 47.5. Give me the Titans. I like Derrick Henry, Tannehill, A.J. Brown, spotty, but you can certainly flex him. The Raiders side of the ball, I love Darren Waller. Josh Jacobs, again, guys, true game-time decisions, so keep your eyes on that. And then Tyrell Williams is a good fringe wide receiver too, but especially a flex play. Give me the Titans on the road.
Give me Tennessee, baby.
Yeah, I'll take the Titans
Ryan
on the road.
Tannehill.
Take the Titans
All
on
right.
the road as well.
Finally, Sunday night, we've got the Los Angeles Rams hosting Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The Rams currently favored by a single point at home, over under 47.5 for the Rams side of the ball. I like Cooper Kupp. Robert Woods is seeing plenty of targets finally, so give me Robert Woods. Do not play Brandon Cooks, especially with your playoffs on the line. Tyler Higbee is a good play at tight end. You can roll with him. And Todd Gurley, obviously, you're plugging him in. You're not going to pivot at this point. The Seahawks side of the ball, you can play both Carson and Rashad Penny. I think they're good running back twos. Russell Wilson's a good play. I'm not going to turn to the waiver wire and pick up someone over Russell Wilson. Jacob Hollister is a very nice tight end play as well. Keep your eyes on Hollister in the coming weeks because he's got some good matchups. And then Tyler Lockett, boy, don't expect anything more than flex numbers after goosing you the past couple weeks. I would not. I would definitely look to the waiver wire and pick up a guy like Robbie Anderson over Lockett this week.
I'm going to take the Rams in this one.
Taking the Rams?
Yep. Didn't mean to interrupt you, Jay. I just heard your voice after I was talking. I'm sorry. I'm taking the Rams. They lost this game by a missed extra point earlier in the season. I think they right the wrongs. Seattle's obviously can give up yards. Cousins showed that last week. They were down by multiple scores, and within 4 minutes, bam. I mean, this Rams offense has the receivers back to be able to do that. So I shouldn't see why the Rams go ahead and upend the Seahawks this week.
Yeah, I will take the Rams in an upset too. Well, I don't know if it'd be an upset because it's a division game and these teams all seem to kind of cannibalize each other.
Hard.
It's what we expected, but I think the Rams show up and show out in this one. Not that the Seahawks are bad or it's a terrible thing or it's anything an indictment on the Seahawks. This is just a really good divisional matchup that these teams always play each other tough. It's a flip of the coin. I'll take the Rams on this one because they've been pretty hot. They're on an uptrend where I'm not saying the Seahawks are on a downtrend, but they're kind of just leveled off playing consistent. But the Rams seem to be on that upward trajectory towards the playoffs.
Yeah, and he was deemed a great nickname last week by Joe Tessacor. Keep your eyes on Decaf Metcalf. He's not going to be lined up against Jalen Ramsey, so he might have a decent game. Finally, guys, the Monday night game, Booger and crew are going to be calling the New York Giants.
Booger. I hate him.
Traveling to Philly to take on my Eagles. The return of Eli Manning. He's giving you his swan song. The return of Golden Tate. He's back from that concussion. Guys expected to miss this game for the Giants include Jabril Peppers. You've got Daniel Jones obviously missing this game. Rhett Ellison and tight end Evan Ingram all going to miss this game for the Giants. On the Eagles side of the ball, the most notable inactives are Kamu Grugier-Hill and possibly defensive end Derek Barnett. Guys, the Eagles are favored by 9.5. Current over under a 45 in this one. I love Philly in this one. I love Eli Manning coming off the bench, a little cold. You know, obviously he's a wily veteran. It's not going to take much to get back into the rhythm. But I just think when you're talking about going on the road in such a hostile environment, you know, after weeks and weeks, about a dozen weeks of being on the bench, give me Philly's defense. Give me Philly overall. Give me Alshon Jeffrey for sure. After a big week last week against the Dolphins, I think Alshon's going to be a huge piece of this victory. Ertz and Goddard are both fantastic plays. Jordan Howard likely to miss this game, it seems, or at least be limited. So I do like Miles Sanders as a fringe RB2. You know, definitely a solid flex play. And then Carson Wentz is a great quarterback. I think I'm not turning to the waiver wire over Carson Wentz. You can play him after a good week last week versus the Dolphins. He can throw against a team that just gave up 4 touchdowns to the likes of Aaron Rodgers. So give me Carson Wentz. On the New York side of the ball, people are being risky as hell and throwing Eli Manning his first weekend because Fitzpatrick had a good week last week against the Eagles. Don't fall for it. Eli's not going to put up the same type of game. but he'll get you around 15 points. But I like Sterling Shepard a lot, especially with Evan Ingram out and Golden Tate just making his return. And Golden Tate's going to be a good wide receiver to flex play, especially. But give me the Eagles, and I'll even take them to cover by 10, 21-10.
Who are the Eagles playing again?
They got the Giants at home.
Eli.
Nope, I'll take the Eagles. It's about time. Same thing here. They've had some bad weeks. Wentz has had some bad weeks where his mechanics have looked terrible. Regression to the mean, he's not that bad. He's been playing bad, but I think they get it right, and Peterson gets them in, and they win this one.
No, sir. Eli has Ingram back. Barkley's healthy. Shepard is here. You got Golden Tate back. Eli and the boys.
All of which he will not throw the ball over 15 yards. Good for him. Check down Charlie's back at the helm.
Oh, no, right, Eli, man, see a bomb to Darius Slayton today for 40 yards. Watch it.
You make me sick. That'll be tomorrow night anyway. There you have it, folks. There you have it, First and Goalers Fantasy World. Enjoy your first week of playoffs. This is what you've been waiting for all season long. I love you guys. Make sure you make the right decisions, and just have fun most of all.
All right, we're going to close out the show. We're going to take a break, come back, and close this out and get us the hell off air here. So we will be right back. And if you haven't had enough of our banter tonight, you want to visit NFL Addictions on Facebook.com for all of your NFL banter and debate. It's not a trash talk site, so keep it clean and keep it cordial. That's NFL Addictions on Facebook.com. And if you still have an itch to scratch when you're done with that, you want to visit Raz Addictions on Facebook.com to play their version of the raffle for all kinds of chances at cool prizes. You can even win some cash. Buy a $10 raffle ticket with a chance at $100. That's a chance to win 10 times your money. It don't get any better than that. That's Raz Addictions on Facebook.com for all kinds of cool prizes. Tell them what you've won, Dave.
I've won everything from NFL tailgating barbecue sets. I've got old school helmets. I've got new style helmets. I've got memorabilia rings. I've got signed banners. I've got signed footballs. I've got everything that Raz Addiction offers, folks. They also have more that I haven't won, which is surprising, but they're cheap, affordable, and they're certified stuffs that you can win. So go ahead and check it out.
That's Raz Addictions on Facebook.com. Go there, play, and win. And now it's time for shout-outs.
We have Miss at Julie Noted _PFG NFL writer and co-founder with at Backs Football Guru of at PFG Vibe and PFG Vibecast. Julie is also a Colts writer for at Our Turf Football, a women's group of sports writers with having great pieces and is a great sports follow. Also, we have PackToTheFuture.com, where it features us on their podcast sections, where you can get all the things you didn't even know, where you can check out Packers news and check out tickets to the games and even Packer event updates.
At Parker Momos is a Packers writer and contributor for Die Hard Packer Fan, a great young writer with a different view of the game and brings a ton of energy and passion to his work. Then you've got at MontyJP231, the founder and host of the Full Monty Football Show every Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern, featured by Nuts and Bolts Sports on blogtalkradio.com. He works hard on Sundays so you don't have to. And follow the rest of the crew too at Greg Cowboys, at Lion Cuban, and at the other George Lopez. Again, that's at MontyJP231 on the Twitter.
We're going to round this out with the NFC North Round Table Fellas. Starting off with at Mike Zimmer's Ears. JB is co-host of the Heart and Skull podcast. Then we have at The Fifth Top. Julius Porter is a Detroit native Lions writer for at Detroit Sports Nation, and Uncle Mike 21. Austin Fugelstad is the co-host of at Hollis Hall Brawl, covering all the things you need to know about the Bears, Vikings, Lions, and Packers from these fellas. Also, special shout out to Julius Porter He's going over to Afghanistan, folks. He's going over to be a contractor to help set up for the soldiers. Go ahead and keep him in your prayers. We're going to miss you, buddy. We'll be holding a spot for you when you get back. We'll miss you and love you.